30 minutes, Channel 2 Action News has learned the mother of 3 killed in front of an elementary school was delivering food when she was shot and killed. Some parents decided to keep their children home today. Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez is live at the school in Palmetto. Taisha, counselors were there for the students who were at school.
Karen, friends of the victim told us she did not have any children attending this school, so it makes so much sense now that she was delivering food. Now, the shooting happened right in front of the school here. That's the front door. And a spokesperson for the district couldn't tell us how many students didn't come to school today, but he did say the school's alert system helped make the reaction to the shooting go smoothly.
And we didn't know, and probably about 12:40 or something, she got a email that said, they was on a hard lockdown, but we still didn't know what had happened.
Margaret Smith has a grandson attending Palmetto Elementary, and the grandmother says she lives on the same street as the school. When her daughter got Tuesday's alert saying something happened here, they weren't sure what to think.
I didn't think a shooter was inside the school, but I didn't know what was going on.
Police told us the shooter, Christopher Aites, was outside the school. Friends told us Aites had a child with the victim, Ebony Anderson, who had a total of 3 children. A Fulton County School spokesperson says the school went on a hard lockdown moments after the shooting because of this alert system. A staff member heard the shots, hit this button that triggered the lockdown for the school and police, and then administrators were able to quickly coordinate police escorting students to another school where parents picked them up. This grandparent said her grandson wasn't traumatized by the shooting.
Was it scary for you?
It was for a while, but really nothing really happened around here. He didn't think nothing of it.
Ebony Anderson's family told us they're speechless and they can't believe this happened to such a wonderful mother.
Man, let's go through this whole thing here, man. My condolences to Ebony's, family. Let's go through this. So, she seemed like she was working food delivery, and she was delivering food to the school. Could have been, for a classroom. It could have just been for an employee that was working there. That had ordered food, and she was delivering it. And the guy who they're saying that she has a child with, it seemed like he may have been tracking her somehow, because how would he know that she was at this particular school delivering food? But it seems like, the guy that she had a child with was tracking her and ended up killing her outside of the elementary school. Very, very tragic. And it's just another one of those situations to where, like, it's something domestic and it just goes this far. And it's just like, is it worth it really? So, she's a mother of 3. And now, those 3 children are going to have to, live life, grow up without the mother. And if he's the father of one of the children, 2 of the children, that child or children are going to have to grow up without their father now as well. And also knowing that their father took their mother, and it's come to a point now to where it's like all these mug shots are like the same, but different faces, but a lot of the same like hairstyles and looks on their faces, and yeah, it's just like, man, I don't think we'll ever beat these stereotypes, man, because it's like the same type of people keep doing the same type of things. And when I say type of people, I mean, you can be black, but it'd be different types of black, or brown, however you want to, label our skin colors. But it just seemed like, if you have, whether it's twists, braids, beat up afro, dirty dirty dreads. I ain't, and not to say they're dirty, this is unkept. Gosh, it's just like you just see this stuff so much, man. I'm doing, like, this point, I'm doing over 300 something videos, and I ain't gonna say all of them pertain to this type of thing, but a good majority of them, and it's always like the same type of people, man, in these mug shots, you know. And I'm trying to like, I hate to kind of like mince my words, but I am, on a journey to get monetized here on YouTube. So, I have to definitely operate within, the guidelines of YouTube. And it's just what it is. This is the platform that I want to be on. And, if I go to another platform where it's a little bit more, I can say a little bit more, then I'll say it. But, I'm definitely going to go about this the right way. And, you know, I mean, at this point, my beard's looking like his beard. It's done grew out. It's woofing a little bit, but oh well. I'm not out here making these type of decisions. Well, never put myself in a position to make these type of decisions. You know, it's all about the person, really. Because I mean, you could look like him and be out here, to get into a bad, not really, in these type of positions where you have to do this type of stuff. But for the most part, um, before they even put a mug shot up of the suspect, you can already envision the type of suspect it's gonna be. And it's sad to say, but now I've been doing this, for a couple months, and yeah, we have to do better, man. We have to make better decisions, and even if you have a disagreement or something like that, it's ways to go about that. It's ways to communicate better. It had to be something between you guys if you guys was able to sit and have a child. If you was able to lay down and have a child, it has to be something that you can tap into to kind of get that person to kind of see things, in a different light or a different aspect. Or sometimes, man, you just have to give it time, and you know, things can change up over time. And I can only speak from experience with all that. So it's just like, man, he's gonna look back at this and really like, he may not be maybe a person that doesn't have any remorse or doesn't have any care for his own life, but it's just like, now you gotta think like, the child's not gonna have the mother, and if you end up getting life in prison, not gonna have a father either. And even if you don't get life in prison, when this child becomes of age, will this child approve of you killing their mother just because y'all didn't agree on certain things? Like, even if it's over the child, sure the child would rather have their mother alive, and you know, other than how the situation went. But yeah, I mean, mother was delivering food, and that's what I was saying. Like, how either he was following her or he had some type of tracker on her, some way of knowing her location. Maybe they were texting and she told the location, and he just pulled up, and then this happened. There's really no telling. Apparently she didn't have a child that went to this school, so she was just only there at the school delivering food. And unfortunately, this happened. So um, for men and women, you have to be careful with who you're having children with. You know, um, 15, 20 minutes of passion can turn into a um, lifelong trauma, really. Drama and trauma. And unfortunate, circumstances can happen. So, you know, having a child isn't something to just play with, and hopefully the next generations under us will see that just laying around having children isn't the thing to do. You definitely want to be calculated when you're doing this type of thing, and you definitely want to make sure that you're having children with someone who, you know, no matter if things go good or things go bad, you'll be able to come to some type of agreement with this person. And you may not get everything you want in the situation, which, in life, man, people don't always get what they want. But you can come to some type of middle ground to where, everyone will be able to be involved in the child's life, and it just doesn't come to this type of thing. You gotta be careful with how, you go around, dealing with people. Um, you gotta be careful who you have a kid with. It's just simple as that. Everything could be good, and you end up just talking to a person for a certain period of time, and you just feel like, okay, yeah, I could just lay down and have a child with this person, but yeah, you gotta be a lot more careful than that, especially these days, because people, they don't take kindly to being told no, or if you have disagreements and they don't get their way, it's obvious, man. People will kill you over that type of thing. So, best thing to do is definitely be conscious of who you having kids with, and save yourself, save your kids' life, save your life, um, by just being more careful. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out, man. I don't really have too much more to say about this situation here. Just very sad and unfortunate. Again, my condolences to the family of the woman who lost her life, and also to her kids as well, who have to now grow up without a mother. But if you like my content, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is Justin Paul. Peace.